The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by
Mingy Beef Jerky,
Clark's Pump and Shop, Whitaker Bank, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Rafferty's, Double Dogs, and by Prep Spin.
Hello, I'm Gary Ball, your host of the Scholastic Ball Report. Welcome to the show. We've got a great lineup for this week. As always, we have a feature from WKYT. The Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, Brandon Salzman, coach of Lexington Catholic. The Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week, softball player Brenna Parker from Great Crossing High School softball. From Nicholasville, we have the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week with some great sports highlights. The Clark's Pump and Shop special guest, Jody Demling. His work with me on the KHSA State Football Finals from 24/7 Sports. But we know what you want. You want the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. We've got them. The best highlights of Brian Milam, Lee K. Howard, and Lindsey Goff.
High school basketball on this Friday the 13th, and we begin with a battle of unbeatens. Douglas won its first 2 games of the season. Great Crossing, winners of 4 straight. We go to the Billy Hicks Classic. Malachi Moreno primed for another big night. First quarter, Janias Burrell driving, can't get it to go, but it's nice to have a 7-foot-tall friend there to tap it in. Moreno had 27 points tonight to go with 15 rebounds and 1 help up. Douglas has some dudes as well. Jonte Jenkins with 2 of his team-high 24 points. Great Crossing's Vince Dawson celebrated scoring his 2,000th career point tonight. He added 19 more points to go with that total. A Great Crossing win tonight. They hold on to win a close one, 78-70.
No matter who you cheer for or what the sport,
Clark's Pump and Shop is there to support the young people who play.
Whether it's a snack on the way to the game or restocking on the way home, Clark's is the winning stop. And whether you're choosing from drinks, chips, or a one-of-a-kind crispy, crunchy chicken, you'll be a winner no matter what the scoreboard says.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
I'm interested in trying these new weight loss shots, but I need it to be more affordable
because my insurance doesn't cover it.
I'm not sure which online provider to trust, and I want to ask a doctor a lot of questions.
The secret's out. At Henry Meds, our knowledgeable providers demystify compounded semaglutide, the same active ingredient in brand name weight management meds. If you're eligible for treatment, your medication will be shipped to your door for just $297 a month. You can save thousands by using Henry Meds for weight management medication.
Where to go and what to do in East Alabama. Personalized just for you. Find your sweet spots at alabama.travel/sweetspot.
The story's new at noon. A special celebration for a local Olympian and Dunbar grad. 3-time Olympic gold medalist Lee Kiefer was named the 2025 FCPS winner of the Andy Bashir Distinguished Alumni Award. She received a glass bowl at a ceremony this morning at Dunbar High School. Kiefer is the most decorated women's foil fencer in American history. She spoke to students, encouraging them to explore their interests and work hard.
I think everyone just needs to push themselves, learn to be okay being uncomfortable, and believe in themselves.
After the ceremony, Kiefer hung out and took pictures with students. She says her favorite class at Dunbar was 0-hour math with Miss Patterson.
Hello, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report. As we're on the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, Lexington Catholic Boys Basketball. Brandon Salzman is with us. Coach, welcome into the show.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me, Gary.
You've got an upcoming great holiday tournament and at Lexington Catholic. And, you talk about that tournament, it gets bigger every year, Coach.
Well, we've been blessed with having some really good teams. My staff and myself work really hard to, try and find some great matchups that a lot of people around the state of Kentucky would really want to see. And this year is no different than what we've had in the past. There might not be a name like Reed Shepherd in it, but, we've got some of the best teams and just some unbelievable matchups right out the gate with some of the best teams that you're probably going to see in Rupp Arena. We're real proud that the last three Kentucky State champions have all played in our tournament, the year they won the tournament. So we're hoping this will be the fourth year in a row that happens. We feel like we've got a really good shot with a lot of really good teams this year.
You're actually going to open up the tournament with Lyon County this year. That's kind of a twist.
Yeah, we were both in the finals last year of the tournament, and we both lost a lot off of our teams, but we thought that with the matchups that could be a great selling point for everybody is to get the two teams that were in the championship last year and play them in the first round.
I want to talk about your team this year. You are coming in with a somewhat inexperienced team, but you do have some players that can really shoot the basketball.
Yeah, you can take that somewhat off of it. We are coming in with a very inexperienced team. When you lose your 9 best players on any team, you're going to have what most would consider a rebuild year. But, unfortunately for my guys, I told them nobody's crying for us. Certainly nobody is going to, get the harp out and play the slow music. Everybody's coming. They smell blood in the water. And my guys are going to have to step up for that challenge. We've played a tough schedule already, and we took a couple of licks for sure. But, I'm excited for our seniors and Ryan Harward and Carson Witajewski. They have, waited behind a very, very deep class. And, this is their opportunity to showcase their skills and what they've been able to do. So I know that while we might not be great right now, we will be in the end because of their leadership. Our junior class has got a really good group with Max Maher. Hank Woodall is playing really, really good for us right now.
Before you get away, I want to ask you, how can people get tickets to the holiday tournament?
So there will be links sent out on our website every day. We'll be sending stuff to the teams as well. It'll be through Event Link. You can also call the school for anybody that would like to go ahead and get those set up for holiday stuffers, stocking stuffers, or anything like that. Definitely you can get yourself set up. We have had one sellout in the last year. So we're hoping that we'll have that same kind of thing. We don't like to close the doors, but when the fire marshal comes over and tells us we have to, that's what we do. But, our gym seats about 3,000 people, so we'll do the best we can to make accommodations for everybody. And we'll certainly have your seat waiting for you there, Gary. Don't you worry about that, buddy. You'll be right there at the catbird seat.
I was going to ask you about that, Coach. I'm really looking forward to it. We'll be there for the tournament as well on Prep Spin, so we'll be covering from people that can't make it to the tournament.
Yeah, that is one of the best things we've ever done is, what you and William have been able to do and putting that on Prep Spin. And what a deal for $14.95. They can get the games all day long. And so a lot of people have taken advantage of that, especially with some of the Western Kentucky teams that we have coming. If you can't make it all the way into Lexington, you can catch Gary Ball sitting by the fire there watching the games and calling it out with the best of the best, buddy.
Thank you, Brenna. I really appreciate it, Coach Salzman, for being on the show today.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
I'm always on the go, so I need products that work just as hard as I do. That's why I choose Pretty Litter, the health monitoring cat litter with advanced odor control. It can save me money on vet bills by alerting me to early signs of potential health issues. Each lightweight bag lasts up to a month, which means I don't have to buy as much litter. I suggest you make the switch and see why Pretty Litter is on my list of favorite things. Visit prettylitter.com today to get started.
Psst, I'm interested in trying these new weight loss shots, but I need it to be more affordable
because my insurance doesn't cover it.
I'm not sure which online provider to trust, and I want to ask a doctor a lot of questions.
You don't have to whisper. At Henry Meds, our knowledgeable providers demystify compounded semaglutide, the same active ingredient in brand name weight management meds. If you're eligible for treatment, your medication will be shipped to your door for just $2.97 a month. Join thousands of others who trust Henry Meds for weight management medication.
Hello, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week, Great Crossing softball player Brenna Parker. Brenna, you really excel on the softball field, and last year, in 2023, you were the 11th Region Tournament MVP. Who got you interested in playing softball at such a level?
I'd say it's definitely my best friend, Ashton. She started playing softball before me, and I saw her playing softball, and I just decided I think maybe that was something I wanted to do, and I just started playing with her, and we've been teammates ever since, and we play together on our high school team now.
You're a pitcher, and you're described as a flamethrower, which means you really bring it to the plate. What do you work on the most in practice, you think, to be such a flamethrower?
I definitely work on my mechanics a lot because those can get worn down if you pitch a lot of the time. So when I'm pitching throughout the summer, I definitely work in the fall my mechanics. Of course, I'm always trying to improve my speed and definitely improving my location. It kind of depends on the season. During the fall, it's kind of when I'm getting back into just learning the mechanics again, whereas in the spring, I'm just trying to hone in, my locations and make sure I'm ready for school ball and summer ball. But that's usually what I work on.
2024-25 high school softball season is right around the corner. Do you set personal goals for yourself each year?
Yes, usually me and my dad sit down and talk about some goals I have for the season or just for my pitching in general. I definitely want to increase my velocity at least 2 miles an hour. And I'd like to win regions and go to state again this year. I would love to win state. I think that'd be so much fun. And of course, it's my senior year, so I'd like to end it with a very successful season in high school.
We'll switch it up a little bit, okay? I'm going to talk about your great academics. You're a good student with a 4.1 GPA. That's pretty darn good. I got to total up 2 or 3 of them to get mine. But anyway, how hard is it to maintain such a high GPA?
I think it definitely is difficult at times, but as long as you devote some time to studying outside of school and maintain your time and, realize that practice is going to take time, but you always have some extra time after practice early in the morning to study. As long as you're just good at time management, I think you can maintain a good GPA.
So you got a good hold on that because of your grades. What are your favorite subjects?
I really like science and math. Those are probably my favorite.
Lead to anything. I mean, science and math, you can maybe be a doctor, Uh, do you
Yeah.
set academic goals for yourself?
Yes, I've tried to maintain all A's throughout my school life. I enjoy doing good on tests and things like that. I also try to take as many college classes or AP classes as I can because I feel like those challenge me more. But those are most of my goals.
Thank you, Brenna, for being on the Scholastic Ball Report today. Congratulations for being the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
The Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week comes from Great Crossing. First quarter, Janias Burrell driving. He can't get it to go, but there is the big 7-foot UK commit, Malachi Moreno, with the tip in and the help up. Malachi, big night for him, 27 points and 15 rebounds in a Great Crossing win over Douglas. That is your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and Prep Spin.
Psst, I'm interested in trying these new weight loss shots, but I need it to be more affordable
Because my insurance doesn't cover it.
I'm not sure which online provider to trust, and I want to ask a doctor a lot of questions.
You don't have to whisper. At Henry Meds, our knowledgeable providers demystify compounded semaglutide, the same active ingredient in brand name weight management meds. If you're eligible for treatment, your medication will be shipped to your door for just $2.97 a month. Join thousands of others who trust Henry Meds for weight management medication.
When it comes to vascular health, precision and expertise are essential. At ARH, our renowned vascular team, Dr. Rothstein, Dr. Toussaint, and Dr. Shoptaw, use cutting-edge techniques to treat everything from varicose veins to life-threatening aneurysms. With over 78 years of combined experience, they deliver the highest standard of care. To learn more about the ARH vascular team, ask your healthcare provider for a referral. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Hello, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report. As we honor the Clark's Pump and Shop special guest of the week, Jody Demling from 24/7 Sports in Louisville. Welcome to the Scholastic Ball Report, Jody.
Hey, I'm glad you got me on. I'm excited to chat and looking forward to always meeting up with you, Gary. It was fun to do a game with you here finally. After all those years of listening to you, I finally got to do two of them with you.
Yeah, you and I worked together on the broadcast team of the recent Kentucky High School Athletic Association state football championships at Kerrville Field. That was a lot of fun, as you say. We worked well together, didn't we?
Yeah, it was fun, and you said. I mean, we worked well. I thought it's always interesting because those games are you never know what you're going to get with those games, and we thought we were going to get good games. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, so you never know what you're going to get. I think those are the hardest ones. Like when you have the championship game, it's the hardest one because most people are watching. But yeah, it was fun to work with you, and I thought we worked well together.
You've been on the sports scene in Louisville and statewide since your early days of covering high school sports for the Courier Journal. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I always talk about myself, and I'm kind of one of I'm getting old. I'm one of the throwback guys, I think, because I legitimately started at the very bottom. I mean, they don't you don't do that as much anymore. And back in the day, um, I followed in line. It was about a 10-year period at the Courier Journal, from the mid 80s to the mid 90s, to where there were a bunch of us who would start off as literally an agate clerk. The first night I was on the desk at the Courier Journal, working in the agate department, which I know a lot of people might not even know what the agate is. It's the little scores you see. That's what they called it in the newspaper business back in the days. Is that page where you'd open it up and it would be nothing but standings and scores and game times and odds and horse racing results and all that. That's where I got my start is doing that, being one of those guys. So that was, let's see, I graduated in 1989 from high school. So that was in the 1 year later. So the next summer is when I got a job at the Courier, and I stayed there until 2012. And so I was there for quite a while. In 2000, I was always doing high school sports. I was the girls' high school beat writer for about 7 or 8 years while I was doing other things. And then in 2000, I got the privilege and the honor, and I'm not sure that I ever lived up to it, but I got to replace Bob White. And when he retired, they hired me to replace him. I did that for 6 or 7 years, and then I went on and did some recruiting stuff for the newspaper. And in the end, I was really the first kind of full-time recruiting beat writer in the country at any newspaper. All these other newspapers were jealous because they knew that at the time it was all about hits and on the internet, and they knew that the recruiting stuff generated stuff, but nobody besides the boss that I had, Harry Bryan, was our sports editor. Nobody would take that leap and let somebody just do that full time, and we kind of showed the way, and that's where all the recruiting sites and everything else came from that. So I had a lot of fun in doing that, and I still like to. I was talking to Julian Tackett a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about high school sports and different things, and I said I still miss just doing that. I love what I'm doing now with the University of Louisville and the radio network and different things, but I also I miss the days of high school sports just because of the people you met and the variety the people that you meet and the variety of stories that you get a hold of.
Describe what you do as publisher of the Cardinal Authority.
So Cardinal Authority is my website that is part of the 24/7 Sports Network, which is owned by CBSSports.com. And what I do for them, I'm the publisher of Cardinal Authority, and I basically cover Louisville basketball and Louisville football. And it's not just the team, but it's more than that. It's the recruiting. Nowadays, it's the transfer portal. It's you know how that is, and transfer portal is crazy these days. And so I do the transfer portal a lot. But we cover high school, the high school kids that they're recruiting. We cover the transfer portal kids they're recruiting, and we cover the teams.
And you're the host of Cardscast. Talk to us about the Cardscast.
Yeah, we do a podcast. We do a podcast called the Cardscast, and we do that, weekly or game days and different things like that for football. And that I have a radio show on the Louisville Radio Network each night that's called the Cardinal Insider. And basically, what I do with that is it's a lot of basketball and football and women's basketball and baseball and now volleyball, because volleyball has gotten to be such a huge hit here at the University of Louisville. So it's those sports, but it's the other sports too. So I give the non-revenue sports, the sports that don't get a whole lot of coverage, I give them the opportunity and do interviews with the coaches and players and all that kind of stuff. So it's an hour show each night. And then I also work for the radio network. So I do, I've got all kinds of things going on, but I do, I'm kind of the backup color and backup play-by-play guy for the basketball network. So if Paul Rogers or Bob Valvano are not there, I'm the fill-in guy. Bob has a lot of ESPN games that he does on weekends. So I pretty much from January till the end of the season get every weekend game as the analyst, and I love that. And then I work alongside with Paul at on the network to do the football games as well, either in the booth or on the sideline kind of thing.
Thank you, Jody, for your dedication to sports and at every level, and for being on the Scholastic Ball Report today.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Have me anytime. I'd love to come back.
The other semifinal of the Billy Hicks Classic between Scott County and Covington Catholic. The Colonels from up north, they like to score in transition. Donovan Bradshaw, the bunny, 2 of his game-high 18 points. The Cardinals, they did have 2 players scoring double figures. Zaire Ray was one of them, connecting on that three, but Cov Cath was making it look easy, scoring 56 of their 86 points in the paint tonight, mostly on layups. Cov Cath by 40, 86-46. Over at Lexington Catholic, the Knights hosting the Dunbar Bulldogs. We pick it up in the first quarter. No look pass from Ryan Harward to Max Meager. Catholic off to a 5-0 start. Lex Cath again, first attempt no good. Then Harward there for the rebound in the bucket. Knights up 7. Dunbar gets on the board. Jacob Childs pops it out to Kason Carpenter for the wide open three. Meager inside there for the layup. Catholic ticks on another win, 68-46.
Nearly 1 in 4 U.S. consumers have been a victim of identity theft, even when they did all the right things to protect their personal information.
I did everything right, but an institution that had my data didn't, and now my identity's been stolen.
Banks, hospitals, employers, and other institutions all have your personal information too, and when they're exposed, careful monitoring of your accounts and credit won't be enough.
$110,000 of my hard-earned money gone.
The stakes are high, and even if you take steps to protect your personal information, you're not the only one who has it. Only LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second, alerting you to the widest volume of threats. And if you become a victim, a dedicated U.S.-based identity restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed. Plus, all LifeLock members are backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package, including reimbursement for stolen funds. Call now or go online and use promo code 35TV to save 35% off an annual plan for your first year.
Well, that's a wrap on our show this week. Special thanks go to our Scholastic Ball Report team, Randy Rosenbaum, who helped us with this streaming, Joel Clace, our director, WKYT, executive producer, Bridget DeVries, the WKYT sports staff of Brian Mullen, Lee K. Howard, Lindsey Gall. Until next week, thanks for watching the show, and remember, for those you see and you don't see, keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by
Mingy Beef Jerky,
Clark's Pump and Shop, Whitaker Bank, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Rafferty's, Double Dogs, and by Prep Spin.